Trump team planned to poke holes in his testimony. Let's bring in former federal prosecutor Brett Tolman. Let's look at this, Brett, from 30,000-foot level. And that is, Cohen has lied. He's been in jail. He's had campaign finance violations. Bragg still hasn't articulated an underlying crime. The judge is going along with it. And then you've got Matthew Colangelo, who gives up this big plum job at the Justice Department to go be a line prosecutor. What do you make of it all?
Anybody looking at this, John, is going to say to themselves, this is not how the justice system works. It's certainly not, what we've seen in decades and decades of use of that power. But I look at, why would a judge be willing to allow the evidence in that he's been willing to allow? I've practiced all over this country, and I don't know of a single judge I've practiced in front of that would be allowing the evidence to come in like this judge has.
Crazy.
Brett, obviously, we're waiting for the former president to re-enter here in New York. Yep, there you go. All right. No, so we are waiting. I was actually telling my team Thursday and Friday, I believe, he walked back in at about 2:11 for the 2:15 return. So we'll probably see him, 10, 11, 12 minutes from now. But as this resumes, and quite clearly you have the world watching what is happening in that courtroom, we're left wondering where this goes next, who's called up as the next star witness, and how they're going to handle this, knowing that the world is watching. This isn't a courtroom where, what happens in there stays in there. We're watching every detail that comes from there. I mean, weigh in on the strategies you've seen so far and how you think they're changing them each day that passes.
Sandra, thanks. I will tell you, you're spot on one really critical aspect, and that is the evidence that's come in so far has not articulated a crime. Now, remember, someone accused of a crime has the Fifth Amendment rights to make sure that they are confronting those that accuse them of crime based on a full understanding of what the allegation of criminal conduct is. Here, it's very difficult for the defense team at this point to really even articulate what is the evidence and what is the crime. Both of those things have been lacking. This is the kind of case with any other judge, the next step, if they can't present evidence that really identifies what the underlying crime that was committed. And remember, Cohen's testimony is not enough to satisfy that right now. Without that, any other judge would dismiss this case before it even got to the jury.
Well, Marshawn shows no signs to following along your line of